Jazzcast Pros.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Healing Her Within. This is the Return to Self series, and this is part 4. This episode today is about rebuilding safety, reclaiming strength, and learning to trust yourself again. Welcome to Healing Her Within, where inner healing meets unstoppable power. This podcast is for women ready to stop shrinking, heal their inner child, and rise into their true selves. I'm your host, Maryann Rivera, and here we have real conversations about healing, growth, and reclaiming your voice. You were never broken, you were becoming. So take a breath, settle in, and let's begin from the inside out. Today, we're talking about trauma recovery, not the kind that you rush through, but the kind that honors your nervous system, that honors your body and your pace. But before we continue, I want to emphasize that I am not a medical professional, a therapist, a counselor, or a psychiatrist. All of the information discussed in this episode is solely based on my personal experience, and this is not a substitute for your own personal treatment with a licensed professional. Got it? Good. Let's continue on. Trauma isn't just about what happened to you. It's about what your body learned so it can survive. So first things first, what is trauma? Trauma is basically a nervous system response. It is not a personal failure. Trauma isn't always a single event. Sometimes it's years of being emotionally unseen. Sometimes it's having to grow up too fast. And sometimes it's staying silent to keep the peace. Trauma lives in your body, not just in your mind. And this is why logic alone doesn't heal trauma. If you have ever said, I don't know why I react this way, or I should be over this by now, that's not weakness. That is your nervous system doing its job. It's protecting you. And healing begins when we stop asking, what's wrong with me? And we start asking, what happened to me and how did I adapt? What behaviors did you pick up? Who did you morph into so you can adapt to what was going on? Rebuilding safety before growth. You can't heal what doesn't feel safe. Trauma recovery starts with safety emotionally, physically, and internally. It's not forcing yourself to relive the past. It's not pushing through the pain. It's not faking it. But it's in creating moments where your body can finally exhale. Safety looks like slowing down, grounding yourself in the present. And this one is very important. Is in choosing environments and relationships that feel calm, not chaotic. It's learning to rest without feeling guilty. You don't heal trauma by doing more. You heal by teaching your body that the danger has passed. Reclaiming strength without survival mode. Your resilience doesn't need to be proven anymore. You don't have to walk around feeling like eggshells that you're stepping on. For many women, strength became a form of survival. You learned to push through it, to endure it, and hold it all together. But trauma recovery asks a different kind of strength. The strength to soften, the strength to ask for support, the strength to step into your feminine, the strength to stop abandoning yourself. You don't have to be hyper independent anymore. You have seen the posts and the memes of women, I don't need anybody. I can count on myself. I can trust people. That is a form of trauma that has yet to be healed. You don't have to be hyper independent anymore. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to pause, and you are allowed to choose ease. And for me personally, this was very evident when I went on my ayahuasca retreat last July in 2025. Doing less mentally, physically, and while, yes, there was a lot of emotions running through me, I allowed myself to be seen, to receive, and to be poured into. And not just by the teachers and by our shaman, but by my fellow sisters. I was slowly leaning back into my power and allowing myself again to receive and to be poured into. Restoring self trust, trusting yourself again, is about listening instead of overriding and instead of judgment. Trauma often breaks trust with yourself. You stop listening to your intuition, and this is huge for many women. You second guess your feelings. You disconnect from your body because you don't know how to trust it again. This is your permission to lean into it. Healing and restoring self-trust starts small and gentle. Listening to your body when you're tired, honoring yourself when something feels off, believing yourself when you feel uncomfortable. Every time that you choose yourself, trust begins to rebuild. And as we get ready to wrap up, I want to remind you that trauma recovery isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to yourself gently and honestly. I have 2 simple action steps to support you in your healing journey. Number 1, create a daily safety ritual. One thing that signals calm to your body. Again, one thing that signals calm to your body. It could be deep breathing. It could be a warm drink, a slow walk, placing a hand on your chest and saying, I am safe right now. And number 2, practice body-based awareness once a day. And if you have to put an alarm, to alert you and remind you to do this, go ahead and do that. Once a day, ask, what does my body need in this moment? And then honor the answer without judgment. So again, the 2 simple things to help you in your journey. Number 1, create a daily safety ritual. One thing that signals calm to your body, whether it's deep breathing, a warm drink, a slow walk, placing a hand on your chest and saying, I am safe right now. And number 2, practice body-based awareness. Once a day, ask, what does my body need in this moment? And then honor the answer without judgment. Healing happens when your body learns it no longer has to protect you from the past. Thank you so much for tuning in to Healing Her Within. And this has been part 4 of the Return to Self series. Next week, we will dive into spiritual healing. Make sure that you share this episode with a friend or two, and don't forget to leave us a 5-star review. You are fearless, you are fabulous, you are a priority, and you matter. See you here next week. And one last thing, this is a disclaimer. The information shared in this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and it's not a substitute for professional advice, diagnosis, or treatment. I am not a licensed therapist or counselor. If you're dealing with mental health or emotional challenges, please seek support from a qualified professional or a licensed counselor. Have a beautiful day.